Welcome to the Armor Glass Security Film Installation Video 2012 edition. Here are some of the tools you'll be using for the installation of our film. The first item will be the scraper, which has a steel blade or carbon blade. And that is the first thing you'll do to start cleaning the glass after you've wetted it down. Notice that he's starting to scrape around the edges first. Finally, he'll go all the way around, cleaning all the particulates off the glass. Then in through the center to get all of that off. And now you'll use the wiper blade. It looks like a wiper blade. And after wetting it down yet again, finally cleaning the window. Here's the cutter blade that you use to cut the film. Each of these little blades can be cut off so that it stays sharp. And you'll need to do that individually. Now he's starting to take the film. He's cut it to size, a little bit long, a little bit wide. And you take the liner off the back. And it's a little plastic liner. You just pull that off. And he will pull that off and unroll the film over the window. Every time it's kind of tricky to do this thing. So unroll it. It's a pretty large windows, about 6 feet wide and 7 feet tall. So there he goes. He's wetting down the film. He's pulling the liner off. You've got to use a lot of water with this. And they only use baby shampoo and distilled water in the process. So now he's turned it over. He's got a little bit of an arc already cut on the top. He's going to apply the adhesive side to the window. It takes a little bit of time to try to position it so you've got film covering all of the window. You don't want to leave part of it open. And once again, he's starting to position the film so that it fits properly before you start using the squeegee, which will be coming up shortly. Now you will take a look at the next part is the squeegee. That's the little rubber thing. And you will use that to squeegee out all the water that's underneath the film and working it to the edge of the film on each corner. Notice how he's kind of using methodical strokes to individually pull out the water. It's a process. You just go a certain pace. You can't rush it. You want to make sure you get it all out so you don't have any bubbles. And so now, after applying the film, you're putting down the blue tape for the Dow 995 structural sealant that holds the film to the frame on tempered glass. You put one on each side of the glass. You can see he's applying the tape around the outside. And then you'll come back and put on another strip of blue tape on the inside, roughly about between a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch gap between the two. And in between where we will apply the Dow 995. So you can see he's kind of measuring it out, putting the tape on, getting ready for the next step, which is application of the structural sealant, the Dow 995. Okay. Now you see the application of the 995 with a big tube. It comes in a big sausage, and he's squeezing out a little bit all the way around in between the blue tape. Okay, so he's going up, around. He's going to go ahead and apply it all the way around the frame before we start to smooth it out. So it takes a little bit of practice to do this. Now he's shooting it down in between the blue tape. Should have a little close up here soon so you can see how it's done. And then basically what you're going to do is smooth. Here we go again with the Dow. being applied all the way. Sometimes you have to stop, reload the sausage, put in another one. You can only get about 15 feet per sausage around each window. Okay, now once you've got that I've applied, now you want to go back and start smoothing it. We use a frosting knife that's round on the edge, somewhat flexible, and that is where you start getting the nice seal. Here you go. See how he's pushing it around, going down slowly, making a nice smooth surface to it. It's really fascinating how this works. It's very simple and yet very elegant. Same thing, right between the blue tape, smoothing it down with the tool. And then after applying that, he immediately begins taking off the blue tape. You do not wait for it to dry or it becomes too difficult to take off. So just immediately after you smooth it down, start pulling off the blue tape. Sometimes you wear gloves when you're handling this because it can be a little bit nasty and sticky. And if it gets anywhere, use rubbing alcohol to get it off if it drips on your window or a little bit out of where you want it. See, he's pulling off the blue tape one more time, all the way around, one continuous motion, and then he'll start pulling off the other tape. So that, look at that beautiful piece of attachment. That is attaching the film to the window frame. That's it for installing Armor Glass security film. Thank you for listening.